Welcome back to Te Araroa in New Zealand, everyone. This is episode 15 of my series where I hike the 3,000 kilometer length of New Zealand with my husband Brian. In this episode, we start the section of trail that takes us over the Tongariro Alpine Crossing, a popular and stunning alpine trail weaving through volcanic landscape. We then have a mixture of road and track walking to get to the town of Taumarunui. During this week, I developed a black spot in my vision and realized I needed to figure out how to get it looked at. I share with you the ups and downs over these 122 kilometers of hiking. Okay, let's get into the episode. Brian and I are just finishing packing up and we're hitting the trail again. In case you missed it in the last episode, I explained that when we arrived in the town of National Park, we learned that the Tongariro Alpine Crossing was closed for a Ruiqi, which is a temporary trail closure to respect the death of a person hiking the trail. The trail was closed for 3 days to adhere to the Ruiqi and then reopened again. Brian and I altered our plans to respect this closure and are now ready to venture into this section to start the Alpine Crossing tomorrow morning, when it opens up again. It's a rainy road walking day, and today's my birthday, and it's raining and I'm wet and cars are going by. Ever since my 30th birthday, I've done a thru hike every year. This is my 5th one and I'm 35 now. And I feel really grateful that I made that choice when I was 30, that I had to try this thing that has been on my mind, in my dreams, for years. At that point, it'd been years. Okay, I caught up to Brian. Well, he waited for me. It's pouring. At least we're on a hiking trail now. We just got our resupply box in town, so we're all loaded up with more food, and the rain stopped for a moment in time here. So it feels nice, and the trail, as you can probably see, is just so beautiful and well maintained and everything. So happy right now.
Something about me has changed. Something about me has changed. I'm sleeping just fine without you. Didn't know I could. Something about me feels strange. Something is just not the same. I haven't been thinking about you, even when I should.
This is us inside the tent.
Good morning. We had a nice sleep here and it's time to get going. This will be probably one of the busiest tracks we've had yet. So it's about 8 a.m. We're gonna go and it should be a stunning day. First day that this has been open in 3 days. The Tongariro Alpine Crossing is a renowned 19.4 kilometer, 12.1 mile, one-day hike in Tongariro National Park, New Zealand, known for its dramatic volcanic landscapes and is considered one of the best day hikes in the world. The crossing takes hikers through diverse terrain including volcanic peaks, glacial valleys, and vibrant crater lakes, showcasing the park's dual World Heritage status for both natural and cultural significance. Approximately 120 to 150,000 people hike the Tongariro Crossing each year. The track is extremely popular, especially during the summer months, and can see thousands of hikers per day. Really cool landscape. There's steam coming out of the ground here. Let me show you. As we hiked along the crossing, we took in many natural wonders. The mist you can see is volcano activity, and you can smell sulfur along the way. The different pools of water have such vibrant colors. We all stopped to take it in as soon as we crested the hill. With rock of such varying and vibrant colors, our interest was pulled in many directions. It became clear to us why this crossing is such a popular day hike. We're at our road walking now. So probably about 6K to camp. We made it to camp. It's a holiday park. So we're gonna set up in a site here, and it's early. It's like 2:30, 3?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. We had to get here by 6, so good thing we got here. And we have a friend who's going Nobo like us, who was on the crossing with us today. And we're hoping she makes it here and maybe she'll set up with us. It was super beautiful. Extremely busy. The road walking was status quo. Not a big deal. Went by fast. Now we're here. I'm in the tent now. We had dinner and I'm not super tired yet, but I'm sure I'll get tired soon. We have a 40-kilometer day tomorrow, so it's gonna be a big day. So we're gonna try to get to bed early and get going early. See you then. Good morning. Got going at 8, 40 kilometers to do today. And actually not a ton of road walking. I think like 25 to 30K is gonna be on a trail. No idea what the trail is gonna be like. Hopefully it's good. And it's actually getting chilly now. Fall is starting. I'm actually chilly, even in the sun right now. Now that we are done the Tongariro Alpine Crossing, we are swinging back west, and we realize that the TA took a decent detour to bring us to the crossing. The trail now leads us along road and ATV track to connect us back towards the town of Taumarunui. It felt like we entered a bit of a slump today after experiencing such a high yesterday. Just the typical ups and downs of a hike this long. The track crosses the river several times, so we're gonna have to do this several times, and we just stood here wondering if it was safe to do sandals, but the rocks, they look quite slippery, so we decided it's not. We have to do our shoes. Here's the trail. We're on our last 5 kilometers now. It's about 6:30 p.m. and it's been pretty easy road walking for the last little bit. The best type, where there's hardly any cars and there's shade and views, so it's good. We made it to our camp spot. We were originally planning to go 2 more kilometers, but I read in the notes that you could camp here, and we passed by a local who also said you can camp here. And when we saw it, we thought, okay, we should camp here because it's by this beautiful river and the other camp spot is in town. Usually we divide the water and the tent tasks. So I went and got the water and I'm filtering it here, and Brian pitched the tent, and then we'll sort of switch off the other tasks. Good morning. We had a very peaceful sleep here last night listening to the river. So now we're just packing up and we've got 2.5 kilometers to get to town. And then after that, I think we have about 27K or so to do. My hat's crooked. Here we go. I have noticed a black spot in my vision, and I noticed it for a couple days, and then we had to wait in town for a couple days and I didn't even remember about it or notice it. Then once we're out hiking again and I'm looking around at everything more, I noticed it was still there, and it's been there now for 3 days. So since leaving town, so like 7 days total, hasn't changed, hasn't moved. So I started to think maybe there's something going on. Just called my travel insurance provider, got all approved to go to the doctor to get it checked out. Brian and I have had to make a plan now on how I'm going to get to see the doctor. So this town we're about to get to has a super small hospital. So I'll go to the emergency room and see the doctor there, hopefully. It's a little bit harder to do appointments and things when you're abroad and you don't know the system and you don't know much about anything. But I'll take you along with me and let you know what they think this spot in my eye is. So we made it to camp. I'll show you around in a second here, but this is kind of a classic thru hiker situation. These are the sorts of places you find pop up along a long distance trail because they realize that there are these hikers who need services. So they offer them, and they usually charge for them, or they accept donations. Okay, here is a hangout spot. We're charging up here, filtered some water, and then over here there are flush toilets. So just a basic toilet, tiny sink. So this is like a working, I think they've got multiple things going on at this business. So yeah, this is the setup. It's pretty good, pretty classic. And I think it cost us $40 for 2 of us to stay here for the night. It's pretty standard. Okay, dinner time. We're all done dinner and it is time for bed. Here comes Brian. Almost ready for bed, Brian?
Oh, yeah.
Good morning. We had a decent sleep here. The road was a little noisy, but it was pretty good sleep. So we're just finishing getting ready right now. Brian's just packing up the tent. So I think we have maybe 5K to go until we get into town and get to the hospital. So we're gonna head to the hospital, and that's where I will hopefully be able to see a doctor who can tell me more about what's going on with my eye. Having my instant coffee.
There we go.
Here we go, 7:30. We made it to town, so now we're just walking to the health clinic / hospital. Okay, we just left the hospital and the doctor looked at my eye with some sort of eye looker thing and said he didn't see anything, but that I should go see an optometrist because they can get better pictures of the back of my eye. So that's what I'm gonna do. We learned that there are no optometrists or ophthalmologists in Taumarunui, so we decided to go to Hamilton, a city where they have both. We booked the first available bus and headed there. Rose Optometry was willing to fit me in the next morning for a thorough assessment. They diagnosed me with eye floaters, a common and benign issue, but wanted to assess me again in about a week to ensure nothing has progressed. I was very relieved. After spending 3 days in Hamilton and finding out nothing serious was going on with my eye, we were ready to get back to the trail. In next week's episode, we travel back to Taumarunui and get hiking again. See you then. Thank you so much for watching.